Given how bad second terms usually are for presidents, Andrew Jackson got to enjoy a lot more success than most in his second term. Re-elected by a landslide in 1832, Jackson's second term got off to a great start as the nullification crisis ended 11 days after his second inauguration. Jackson had a bitter public fight in his first term with his vice president, John C. Calhoun, who then resigned the office to run for Senate in his home state of South Carolina, all because of the crisis, which centered around whether or not the state of South Carolina had the right to declare federal tariffs null and void within its borders. A compromise on the tariffs was reached in 1833, just before Jackson's inauguration on March the 4th, and South Carolina backed off by repealing its nullification ordinance on March 15th. Nearly 2 years later, Jackson successfully paid off the national debt, the only president to do so. He then saw through a major goal with dismantling the Second National Bank in 1836. The first Democratic Party president after the Democratic-Republican split, Jackson's brand of what is now called Jacksonian democracy took hold in the country, and he was rewarded politically. His party maintained control of the House in his second term and took control of the Senate after 1834, although senators weren't directly elected back then. Then in 1836, his vice president, Martin Van Buren, was elected president to succeed him. Jackson was also lucky that none of the damage caused by his policies would be seen until Van Buren took over for him, including the Panic of 1837 that came from dismantling the National Bank and the horrific loss of life and the Trail of Tears, which was due to the Indian Removal Act that Jackson signed. Isn't it great when you can do horrible things to the country that nobody feels until after you leave office so you can escape the blame?